Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I am following in the footsteps of Emily Noel, who is a YouTuber on here. She is amazing. She reviews so much makeup. She's totally down to earth and such a real person. I love her videos. I've loved her videos for years. I think she was one of the first beauty gurus on YouTube that I started following. I really liked her. Anyway, so she did a challenge where she had to only pick 10 items. If she had to start her collection over again, she didn't have any makeup anymore. She picked the 10 items that she would go to the store and pick up to restart her collection. So thought this was an interesting idea, trying to narrow down the products I would choose out of all of them, because I got so many and I have so many that I love. So this is what I picked. And I tried to pick things that were a little bit more versatile and could be used for multiple things. I followed with her idea of not including makeup brushes and sponges. She just wanted it to be all about the makeup, so she made the rules, so I just followed them. So she did it as a get ready with me challenge kind of thing. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put on my face using the 10 products I would choose if I had to start my makeup collection again. You'll notice that there are a lot of repeats in this. They're things that I use all the time. If you watch my other videos, you'll know. So with that said, let's get started. I'm also not including skincare, so I'm not including my SPF moisturizer that I put on beforehand. I did not pick one of my 10 things was not a primer, so there's going to be no primer, just moisturizer. So, not sure how well today is going to stay on my face. It's not going to be any surprise to you that the first thing that I couldn't live without, that I would have to repurchase if I lost my entire makeup collection, is the Urban Decay Primer Potion, because it just makes my eyeshadow stay on all day. I can take a nap and wake up and my eyeshadow will still mostly be in place, depending on how hard I slept. So, I really love this stuff. It just keeps it on your eyes, keeps it from creasing. So the next product I chose, if I had to rebuild my collection, is the Naked Smokey palette. I feel like this is just my go-to palette because it has all the colors in it that I need on a daily basis. It's got my blacks, it's got a little bit of purple, which is my favorite color, and then it's got some light colors that I can use to highlight the brow bone. And I also like that if I didn't have my entire makeup kit, I could also use these shimmers right here as a highlighter. Next one I would pick up is the L'Oreal Total Coverage Foundation. This stuff works so well. This one's my favorite foundation. It actually replaced my MAC foundation as my personal favorite. I do not like that they still test on animals, so I'm going to need to eventually figure out what I'm going to do about that if I'm going to try to swap to it. It's just really hard to find a drugstore foundation that matches my skin tone as well as this does, and also gives me complete total coverage. It actually does what the bottle says. This stuff is amazing. So the next item I would have to pick up would be the concealer from Kat Von D. Mine is super old, got old packaging in it, but I just know that the color matches me right and that it has the right amount of coverage that I would want, and I feel like I could use it for multiple things. I do like to try different brands of concealers. Right now I'm trying to find that one drugstore one that is light enough for my skin and yet heavy enough coverage. I've been testing out the concealer from Makeup Revolution, but I'm not 100%. I still don't think it's quite light enough on me in tone. I think it's got something going on with the undertones, but it's not bad. It is full coverage, and for $7 it's really good coverage. But I think that if I could only have 10 items, I would rather have one that I know is 100% going to do what I need it to do, if that makes any sense. Now that I've got my under eye all done, and all this concealer and foundation packed onto my face, I need to set it with something, but only having 10 things, that limits me to what I can get, so I'm not going to want, just waste those 10, like one of those items on a powder. So instead I'm going with the NYX Contour and Highlight Palette. So the highlights are actually my skin tone, so I can use that to set my makeup, and I can use the contour to contour my makeup like it's supposed to. But yeah, so this actually will work just fine for me. And their lightest shade has got a slight shimmer to it, and I don't mind putting that under my eye a little bit. It really doesn't do a whole lot of anything, so, but it's just slightly lighter, so it'll give me a little bit more brightening. Oh, on camera it looks like it does a lot more than what it does in person. It almost looks shimmery here. Interesting. Well, in that case, I'm gonna put that on my forehead. Oh, look at that. These are fully customizable too. If you go on to the NYX website, you can get different shades and stuff, but this is the standard one that comes at the store, so just so you know. And then of course I have to go back in and do my before I contour. The other thing I really like about having this contour palette as one of my things is that I can also use this as an eyeshadow, and it has all these different wonderful neutrals, so if I want a very neutral or a light look, I could have that too. I did not choose a blush, however I did want to pick my highlight, which is the Wet n Wild one from the Hollow Gothographic thing, but I did depot it and put it into a Z palette type thing. Yeah, this one's actually a Z palette, the rest of mine are like ones from Etsy. And this one I could also use as an eyeshadow as well. I don't find that it's, you know, and I can use it over an eyeshadow to change the color of them, so you get even more play for your buck. So I didn't pick a blush, but I figure I get flushed easy enough, and if you really want to, you can just hit your face, like boom, whatever, you're done. The other next one I picked is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in the black color. I would have pretty much picked any gel liner. This is just the one I'm using at the moment. My NYX one dried up on me. But yeah, I would have picked any gel liner. I feel like gel liner is a bit more versatile than other liners, and you can do a little bit more with it. Also, I feel like it lasts longer in my collection than regular eyeliner. I go through eyeliner like crazy, so more bang for my buck. The only reason I probably wouldn't choose this one is I don't think this one is safe to use on your mouth, so you couldn't use it as a black lipstick, so I might choose an e.l.f. one or something from a more natural brand so that I can use it also as a lippy. But you could also use this as an eyeshadow base if you really felt like it. So it just, I like the idea of products doing more than one thing for me, especially if I could only have a certain number of things. The hardest thing was deciding if I wanted a mascara or if I wanted my NYX matte white. So I ultimately decided to go with this just because it's mascara, and if I go out with a full face and don't have mascara on, I'm gonna look ridiculous. It just doesn't look as good. But it was a really hard toss-up, and ultimately the eyeshadow got cut. So the next product I picked was my Urban Decay setting spray in All Nighter, because I can't live without this. And if I could only have one setting spray, it's going to be this one, because this is just amazing. It really does work. And I didn't think setting sprays actually did anything until I tried this. I do feel like the NYX one is pretty good too, but this one's a lot better. And then for my lippy, if I could only have one lippy, I'm going to choose Kat Von D in Exorcism. This was a really hard one to pick because I love lippy so much, but I ended up picking this one. And I'm pretty sure with the liquid lipsticks, you can also use them on your eyes. Don't quote me, I know you can do that with Jeffree Stars. Should I do that beauty guru montage thing? Want to see more of me, but you know, are sick of hearing me talk, go follow me on Instagram. I'm also on Snapchat and Twitter. Everything is pinkfuzzycow. body.